In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NHL games happening on October 15, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Columbus Blue Jackets versus St. Louis Blues. It's an interconference battle on the ice in the Gateway City as the opening week of the NHL season continues. The Columbus Blue Jackets are on the road as they travel to face the St. Louis Blues Saturday night. Columbus was in action at home Friday night against Tampa Bay, so they'll be playing the second game of a back-to-back situation here. The Blue Jackets lost their season opener as they were beaten 4-1 at home by Carolina Wednesday night. St. Louis kicks their season off here. The Blues finished last season 42-11 for 109 points, leaving them third in the Central Division. They beat the Wild in 6 games in the opening round of the playoffs before falling in 6 games in the conference semifinals to Colorado. The Blues own a 6-3-1 advantage in the last 10 meetings, though it was the Blue Jackets earning a 5-4 home win in the most recent matchup on March 19, 2022. Columbus is 16-36 in their last 52 road games and 2-7 in their last 9 games overall, while the over is 12-4 in their last 16 games played on no rest. St. Louis is 2-6 in their last 8 home games and 3-7 in their last 10 games against the Metropolitan Division, while the over is 36-14-2 in their last 52 Saturday games. Having the home crowd behind you is a huge thing in sports, as the players are able to feed off of the energy like an opening game of the season. Columbus is struggling defensively as they are allowing 4.5 goals per game, including giving up 5 goals to the Tampa Bay Lightning on Friday night. Columbus lost Patrick Lane to injury, and they were already not very good on the offensive side of the game. St. Louis is obviously well rested, as it has been a full week since their final preseason game. The Blues have dominated at home against the Blue Jackets, as they have won 21 of their last 26 home games against Columbus. I get the case to be made for either side here, but I'm looking at the Blues in this one. Columbus has had a couple of games to shake off the rust, but the problem is that they didn't look good in either of those games, and it just makes it really hard to back the team in those instances. On the other side, St. Louis hasn't had a game yet, but this is still the better team from top to bottom, and I've got high hopes for the Blues again this year. So the St. Louis Blues money line is our full game side pick. Columbus stayed under the total in their season opener Wednesday night on the road, as they were unable to generate any kind of offensive attack against Carolina. The Blue Jackets saw the over post a 48-29-5 record in their games a season ago, with an average total of 6.77 goals per game. On the road, Columbus was 16-23-2 with an average total of 6.76 goals per game, though they held a goal differential of -39 in those contests. St. Louis saw the over go 43-34-5 in their regular season games last season. The Blues saw an average total of 6.56 goals per game on the year. At home, St. Louis was 26-10-5 with a goal differential of +41, while remaining flat at 6.56 goals per game there. With Columbus struggling offensively and being gassed, one would think the Blues have to do the heavy lifting here. As a result, this game winds up falling short of the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. The Los Angeles Kings will look to snap a 2-game losing run to open the season with a victory on Saturday when visiting the Minnesota Wild, losers of their opening game of the season. Los Angeles lost to Vegas in their season opener, followed by a loss to the Seattle Kraken on Thursday. Minnesota opened with a discouraging 7-3 loss to the New York Rangers at home. Jacob Ingam is out, while Victor Arvidsson is questionable for the Kings. Minnesota will play without Jordan Greenway, Dakota Mermis, and John Merrill. The Kings are 4-1 in their last 5 5 Saturday games and 0-4 in their last 4 overall. The Wild are 52-19 in their last 71 home games and 0-4 in their last 4 overall. The under is 3-0-2 in Kings' last 5 Saturday games. The over is 40-19-1 in Wild last 60 home games. The Kings are 0-4 in the last 4 meetings in Minnesota and 1-5 in the last 6 meetings. Minnesota is not accustomed to losing on his home ice as they did on opening night Thursday. The Wild lost only 7 home games in regulation and another 2 in overtime or a shootout last season while winning 31. The Wild have an excellent attack that did not completely get on track versus the Rangers. Last season's leader in points, Kirill Kaprizov, had just 1 assist in Thursday's loss, while Joel Eriksson and Ryan Hartman were both held without a goal or an assist. Minnesota has won each of its last 8 games played against a team from the Pacific Division, and after being outscored at home by 3 goals or more, the Wild have bounced back by winning 8 of 9. Los Angeles has lost each of its first 2 games of this season and 4 straight overall dating back to last season. The Kings are averaging just 2 goals per game and are allowing an average of 4 goals per game. So the Minnesota Wild money line is our full game side pick. The Kings averaged 2.43 goals per game and 2.82 goals per game on the road last season. They averaged 2.33 goals per game in their last 3 games against the Wild. Even though they scored only 4 goals in their first 2 games, they are facing a defense that gave up 3.04 goals per game last season and 7 goals in their season opener, so expect the Kings to go over their average in this game. The Wild averaged 3.72 goals per game and 4.09 goals per game at home. They averaged 3.33 goals per game in their last 3 games against the Kings. They scored 3 goals in their first game, and they're facing a defense that gave up 7 goals in their first 2 games. While it is extremely early in the season, it is still important to note the puck-stopping struggles these teams have opened up with. The Kings have allowed 4 goals in each of their first 2 contests, while the Wild saw 7 go by them in their 1 game. This will obviously change as the season goes on, but the defensive side isn't fully in sync on either side. The Wild should have no problem scoring 3+ against their opponent, and while they will push hard, I see them getting scored on by Los Angeles a couple of times. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Nashville Predators versus Dallas Stars. The Nashville Predators and the Dallas Stars will face off on Saturday night in a Central Division matchup for the 2nd time this season already. The Predators are leading the Central Division with 4 points, and the Stars are tied for 2nd in the division with 2 points. The Dallas Stars picked up a 4-1 road win back on Thursday night. Let's dive into both teams to determine where we should be betting. The Predators are 3-8 in their last 11 road games and 3-9 in their last 12 overall. The Stars are 4-1 in their last 5 Saturday games and 35-17 in their last 52 home games. The over is 35-16 in Predators' last 51 road games. The under is 3-1 in Stars' last 5 overall. The Predators are 8-3 in the last 11 meetings. The Dallas Stars looked impressive overseas as they began their season against the Sharks in the NHL Global Games played in Prague last week. Dallas has the advantage in their goaltenders, and having a brand new head coach could do wonders for the Stars as Rick Bowness stepped away from the team in the offseason to sign with the Winnipeg Jets. Dallas has been able to take advantage on the power play as they are 3rd in the NHL so far with a 50 power play percentage, while Nashville has not scored on the power play heading into this game. The home team has won in 5 of their last 7 games against one another. The Nashville Predators are probably the better team on paper, so they're going to be favored for obvious reasons. However, the Dallas Stars have had success in the underdog role over the years, and they're always a tough out at home. Also, we just saw the Stars badly outplay the Predators, and it's the home team that's won 5 of the last 7 meetings in this series. So the Dallas Stars money line is our full game side pick. I understand that both Juuse Saros and Jake Oettinger have gotten off to a solid start, but these offenses should be able to do well here. This is the 2nd consecutive game against one another, and the teams combined for 5 total goals. They are pretty healthy throughout their rosters, and both franchises have been able to score in the early stages of the season. Nashville is averaging 2.67 goals per game, while Dallas is scoring 4 goals per game. The over is 15-5-1 in their previous 21 games against each other played in American Airlines Center. The Predators have a lot of depth at forward, especially at center. They are producing early this season, netting at least 3 goals in 2 of their 3 bouts. In addition, Dallas is definitely expected to be a higher scoring team this season under new head coach Peter DeBoer. They scored 6 goals in their 2 home games against the Predators last year and looked great offensively in Thursday's 4-goal output against this Predators team on Thursday. They cashed in with 2 power play goals goals. The over is also 4-1 in the Stars' last 5 home games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.